Salt to SEMA in just a couple of minutes. Well, we'd like to welcome everybody to the ARP booth here at SEMA 2013. Thank you for coming out, and as you know, we've got something pretty cool hiding underneath this cover. And I want to give a quick backstory about what's going on, and then we will reveal this and show you the awesomeness. My name's Kevin Ostie, this is Chad Reynolds, and what we're looking at here is the culmination of a bucket list. We all have a car in our mind or an event that we'd like to do, and this one here is Paul Guillam and his buddy Mickey Cox had a dream someday they want to go salt flat racing at Bonneville. Many of us have the same dream. But as you know, life gets in the way, things happen, time goes by. Unfortunately, Mickey's no longer with us, but Paul decided to make it happen. So him and his wife Betty worked with Alan Johnson from Johnson Hot Rods to create the Studebaker. And the Studebaker is named this for a reason, because Betty said every time she wrote the check to Alan, what are we doing with this Studebaker? Well, we'll show you. Ladies and gentlemen, we present the Studebaker Sea-Gas Comp Coupe. Gentlemen, let's see the car. Now this is obviously a Salt Flats car and it's super slick looking, but one note on the Sea-Gas Comp Coupe class is that there are parts of this shape that are still stock 1953 Studebaker. And Chad, you know all about this stuff. From the firewall back, not necessarily the roof line, but the doors and the quarters, that's pretty much true to form.
It is, and there are some very specific rules for Bonneville, and you're going to see some things on this car that you're not used to seeing on most of the show cars or street strip cars that are here at the facility. But I would be remiss if I did not say that not since the Blowfish has there been a better prepared car for the Bonneville Salt Flats. This is the mark in door cars to ever set a tire on the Salt. I saw this car the first time this year. I walked up to Alan and went, "What have you done? You have ruined this for everybody else that will ever come out, because no car will compare." And it's a great thing. This is an unbelievably bitchin' car. Like you said, from the firewall rearward, other than the chop top, there are very specific contours that have to be met. For the rules of the category, the nose must be stretched a certain amount. But when you guys get to walk around this car here in a little bit and look at the exhaust system, which is inside the passenger compartment on this car, and the work that is done in the trunk, with any luck, they will pull this thing apart so you can look at it, because it is impeccable. This, again, is a car that is designed to go 300 miles an hour, and it's prettier than most anything else here. So a truly unbelievable feat from the guys at Alan Johnson, his entire team. Unbelievable.
What I also think is very cool about this is this car is got an unusual powertrain in the sense that it's an SB2 small block based engine. It's already made over 940 horsepower, but that is without taking it anywhere near its actual red line. So we don't know how much power this thing's going to make. And it is a basic race car. It's a carburetor. It's not fuel injected. There's not computers everywhere. This is old school. This is getting into Studebaker, hot rod, slamming the door, and going fast.
Well, yeah, and you know, the gentleman that built the engine for this is Keith Dorton. He's sitting over here, and he is, I mean, unbelievable group of guys. I mean, they do unbelievable work on the engines in these cars. A ton of cars at Bonneville running these combinations. They know how to make big power. And think about this, folks. A car at Bonneville that makes multiple runs, okay, is making the equivalent amount of mileage of a drag car that makes 200 passes in a season, and they're doing all of this in a week. So unbelievable durability. He's always conservative. They make crazy power, but they live to tell about it, and that can't be said for everybody that's out of Bonneville.
Well, yeah, when you talk about RPM ranges of 9,500, pushing 10,000 for how long of a period of time, a minute and a half, you know, wide open, it takes a special breed of builder, a special car, and a special type of part to keep them together, and that's why it's here. Because ARP knows how to make fasteners to keep these cars together. And not only do they make the products, but the ARP team is so committed to racing and committed to the salt that they're all hands-on. They're not just saying, oh yeah, you need a bolt, here you go. No, they know inside and out what's in this because they've been in it with their two hands.
Well, and you're going to see a lot of cars get debuted this week. I mean, a lot. But if you look around here, you may not recognize all of the key players that are standing here, but there are a bunch of salt racers that are standing around this booth right now. Guys who have done amazing things. I mean, 55 Chevrolets that went 200 miles an hour when nobody else ever has. That's a bitchin' feat, Bob. Bitchin'. Also, with a very similar engine to this deal. There is a lot of history, not only in this room, in this entire building, and in this car, but out on the salt. And I would encourage all of you to go. If you have never been, it's one of those deals where Kyle Fickler from Weld Wheels yesterday was telling me about his first time going to the salt this year. He said he was 60 miles away and was starting to get nervous. It's that kind of deal, folks. It really is. You've got to come out. You've got to experience it. You got to come to watch because, you know, Angie, she's sitting over here hiding. She's driving this car. Okay? This thing, it hauls ass. So you really, everybody please enjoy this thing. Just oogle and ogle over it. It's unbelievable. It's great that ARP has this car here in the booth, and you know, we're going to look at their big, you know, barrel of bolts over there and stuff. I'll tell you what, there is no worse environment in the world than the salt. It's horrible on everything, okay? And for this car to still come apart is a testament to the fasteners and the fabrication skills of Johnson's Hot Rod Shop. It's unbelievable.
Well, once again, we thank everybody for coming out. Feel free to come check the car out a little bit closer. There are going to be some posters over here you can take of this car, and if you're real nice, we might get Alan Johnson, some of the other people to sign one for you. How about a big round of applause for the Studebaker Johnson's Hot Rod Shop. Fire it off.
You're still out of trouble, huh?
Oh, yeah, I'm trying.
Get a better one than that.
I don't know.
Oh, really?
You can have a rod anywhere in the
team stuff. Let's save that for later.
laps in that roadster yet? Saturday.
No way. Congrats, buddy.
So, I'm cool. You know, Bobby doesn't put a number on my record over the weekend. I have one of the books for the first time.
You know what I mean? Because nowadays that's so common.
I just remember getting in at the end, when I found out how fast we went, I was in the back seat of the truck like a kid riding back, you know, and they were towing. Come on, Judy. Yes. I go too fast. Just turn around and say,
Feel good about trusting people instead of always looking over your shoulder. I know. I'm with you. They did good. What do you drive? Did he build you something? I'm gonna go give him a hard time. I'm gonna.